Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning back in, checking in with me. Um, Today, I want to discuss my my need to control and rush everything. In my spiritual warfare video, I talked about how I was, looking for love in the wrong places for other people, other things, and then me finally realizing that I could only get it from Jesus, and that I was going to focus on my relationship with Him instead of, trying to find that or trying to fill my void with other men or other accomplishments, material things. And I've been doing good with it, but I noticed that this week I'm kind of slipping back into um, that old thinking pattern. Like, even though it's almost like I'm treating it as if a romantic partner is supposed to be my reward for being faithful to God. Like, I've been consistent with reading my word, just learning more about Him, praying, seeking Him, watching Christian content to kind of just build my faith. And in the back of my mind, I keep saying, okay, I'm happy now. I feel content with just Him. Now, God, where is my man? Where my man at? I'm ready now. And that's defeating the purpose. Is me realizing that if I'm still looking over my shoulder, if I'm still, every time I see somebody that's attractive, or every time I go out somewhere and I'm subconsciously thinking, like, is my husband in here? My husband in here? Like, that's not waiting, that's not being content in the Lord. That's not being happy with just growing my relationship with Him. It's me growing my relationship with Him to get something in return, to finally get what I want, which is a partner. And something interesting that I noticed, even when I was on my self love journey, all the work that I was doing was always fueled by the ultimate prize of me finally getting the relationship I wanted. Like, if I'm honest, my self love journey was never really about me. It was me wanting to hurry up and fix myself so I can hurry up and get my spouse. And God did use that. A lot of times He'll use our pain to grow us. Like, He'll use it as He'll use like what we're seeking after. He'll dangle it in our face kind of to get us where we need to go, to kind of lead us. And I feel like He was doing that with me, and my strong desire for wanting someone else, wanting that romantic partner. Yeah, I was doing the work for self love to get a partner, but He used my desire for that to work on myself and to heal myself, regardless of the reason. And then it finally led me to a point where it was like, okay, I need to stop chasing a man and really focus and be happy with myself. So, and even with me going to therapy, like when I discussed that what led me to therapy was me realizing that I didn't like people who liked me and who treated me right, and that guy that was treating me good, I couldn't accept him. I honestly went to therapy for him. I went to therapy because I felt like this is who I'm gonna be with, and in order for me to hurry up and fix myself and to be able to accept him and accept his love, I need to fix my issues so I can finally get married and I can finally have the relationship I want. So it's like, as much as I was talking about, self love and, knowing my worth and not needing no man, when I really think about it, I still was doing it for a man. And that hasn't changed now that I'm on my Christian journey. I'm still, in a sense, subconsciously seeking God so He can go ahead and send me my spouse. And so I can start my life. But my life doesn't start with a man. My life is meant for me to enjoy in all seasons. And no matter who comes, no matter who goes, or what season I'm in, God is always there. And I have to be okay with just Him. And it's still hard. That codependency is still there. Like, I've grown a lot more, a lot less, like, pressed about meeting someone, but that desire is still there. And I mean, I don't feel like the desire will ever go away, and I don't feel like it's supposed to, but it's still a part of me that's waiting on that for me to truly say I'm happy or for me to feel like um, I'm complete. I ain't even about to sugarcoat it. It's still a part of me that's trying to fill a void with a relationship. And to be honest, y'all, yesterday I was scrolling through my DMs. Now, since I've switched my social media content and I've just been like sharing my YouTube videos and things like that, not really posting any pictures, not trying to do anything to where I would need validation. My DMs been dry, and you know what? My DMs ain't never really been like popping like that. But I get like the random message here and there. Now, like it's like dry, desert dry, and I was scrolling through them like last night because I was just kind of like to be honest, looking like maybe it's somebody I missed. Maybe it's somebody in here I could kind of I could kind of like pop in and see what's up. So I'm just scrolling through, reading old conversations, and kind of it made me like miss my dating life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like I was low key popping. Like I had juice, but I had the wrong kind of juice. I was getting attention, but it was the wrong attention. And it kind of led me to think like a lot of times when we complain. I know I did this, and I touched on this briefly in one of my videos, but I complain about like men not being no good and me constantly dealing with the same type of man, and men not wanting to take me serious and not wanting a relationship. But it's like I was causing that on myself because I didn't want to wait on who was really supposed to be in my life. I took the control and I was searching and I was trying to find a person. I was always on dating sites trying to find somebody because that was the only time I would meet people. So, I became addicted to, specifically Tinder because I'm like, all right, this is where I'm meeting my men. This is where I need to stay up on. And yeah, I was meeting men. Yeah, I was getting dates, but they were not quality. And I was breaking my own heart because I was exposing myself to all of these experiences and settling for less than what I deserved because it was just better than not having anybody. Like I would literally sometimes like know that I wasn't even interested in like some people who would hit me up, but I would be trying to make it work. Like in my head, like, well, it's not that bad, or yeah, he may not have this, and I want him to, but I could work with that, or he doesn't, he's not necessarily thriving in this area, but I could work with him, I could fix him, and it's like, I really was to the point where I would just settle for anything. It was better than being alone, and when we do that, we don't want to wait on God, and we want to take things into our own hands. We break our own hearts, trying to be quick, trying to be fast. And then we'll have our expectations set on something and then want to be mad at God when somebody hurt us or betray us. And then we wondering like, well, why I can't never find nobody who can treat me like I treat them? Why does everybody do me wrong? And it's like, who told you to even entertain these people? And that's one of the things I'm learning too. I need to start seeking God first before I take a jump into trying to do stuff or trying to entertain people. And that go for friends too. Start seeking God on who need to be around you, and if He even wants you pursuing a relationship, or if He even wants you to take that job or move to that city. We do a lot of things on our own time and through our own desires, and then get mad when things don't work out, and then we want to pray to God for Him to get us out of it when God never told us to do that in the first place. And that's what I'm just learning. Like, I gotta stop being so quick to control stuff and to change situations and just learn how to sit still. God's timing is perfect, and I struggle with that every day. That's one of my biggest challenges is patience. I want things when I want it and how I want it, and I want to be able to control when it happens. But that's not for me to decide because I don't know everything. Only God knows why things happen and when things were supposed to happen because He lines it up perfectly. And I just got to learn to keep my hands out of stuff. And even when it comes to dating, like I said, I was in my DMs and thinking like, well, who can I reach back out to? But it's like, do I want to put myself in a position to where I'm dealing with a man and then I end up entertaining somebody who I already know is not good for me, or somebody new who's not good for me, or that I was never supposed to be spending my time with, and then it like throws me back in my process. Like at this point I got too much to lose, and I can't be just entertaining somebody to pass time while I'm waiting. Because how God gonna send me who he has for me if I'm blocking the space for people who not supposed to be there? You can't do that. And a lot of times we think we can. We feel like, well, my person that I'm gonna settle down with is not here yet, but it's nothing wrong with dating, or it's nothing wrong with entertaining him, even though I know it's not gonna be nothing. We could be friends. It's not. You're entertaining that person because you want attention, and you don't want to wait, and you don't want to be alone while you wait. Like we need to stop lying to ourselves and sugarcoating and being honest. Like asking ourselves, why do we really want this, or why are we doing this when we know it may not be beneficial? It's because we don't want to wait and because we're impatient. But then, like I said, we be mad when things don't work out, or we get hurt again, and we give that second and third chance, and nothing has changed. And you want to be mad at that person for being the same way that they've always been and that they showed you they were. So ultimately, we be breaking our own heart, and we got to start being real and asking ourselves, is it worth it?